Rise and shine, my people. Welcome back to the channel. This is Evan Aga, but I know you already knew that. Today, we have an especially special video in store for you. This is the Top G Challenge. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what the Top G Challenge is, why we're dressed up like this, why we have this set up, and I'm about to explain everything to you. The Top G Challenge is simple. We are embodying the Top G himself through a game of chess. However, this match of chess is not your regular match of chess. Across from me, I have my exotic, handsome gym bro, Jason. Like to introduce yourself?
What's going on, guys? I am the exotic, handsome gym bro and longtime colleague of the Astrophysique.
Yes, sir. I've been training with Jason for a long time. He is the closest person I know to my level, both physically and intellectually. And so I thought, what better person to challenge for the Top G Challenge? In front of us, we have this chessboard, of course, which you see. Jason and I are going to engage in a friendly match of chess that is not so friendly. This match of chess comes with consequences. For every piece one of us loses, we will have to perform push-ups as punishment. Now, you may or may not be familiar with the rules of chess. You'll see how it goes as we play. The punishment is simple. For every pawn you lose, you do 5 push-ups. For every knight you lose, you do 10 push-ups. For every bishop you lose, you'll do 30 push-ups. For every rook you lose, you'll do 50 push-ups. If you lose your queen, you will do 100 push-ups. And the loser of the match, the individual who loses their queen, or their king, I should say, the individual who loses their king will be due for 200 push-ups. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, for us to do all these push-ups in the middle of a game of chess is gonna make this video last forever. So what we're gonna do instead is tally the pieces lost, and the loser will perform their push-ups at the end. And so will the other person. Without further ado, Jason, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, my friend. May the best player win.
Let's do it.
I believe I go first. Sparkling water, of course. And a coffee. Steaming Joe.
Can't go wrong about both.
The ultimate combination. Now, let your demise begin, my friend.
See what happens. Chess player.
Unfortunately for you, Jason, that is checkmate. So, do you see checkmate?
I do see checkmate.
Can we get in a little bit closer on the board? Take a look at that. This is come from my perspective, so you can see it as I see it. I want you all to pay attention to how this match was played and the final position of the pieces. From your perspective, what happened here? Where do you feel like you maybe made some mistakes? Where do you feel like you did well?
I think
Walk me through.
the approach was different. I realized your approach was to get the checkmate. I was thinking more take as many pieces off the board for the sake of the push-ups.
Now that's a great point, because as you look at the pieces that were collected, I collected mostly pawns, whereas Jason, from the start, was accumulating higher level pieces. He has my bishop, he has my knight, and of course 2 of my pawns, which ultimately add up to 30, 40, 45, and 50 push-ups. Whereas my push-ups, based on the match prior to the result, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. A lot of times you might be thinking that you're winning on paper, but you're not thinking ahead enough. I can't say that I saw this playing out exactly the way that it did. There were certainly moves that I had to make along the way to defend myself and to pivot according to certain moves that my opponent was making. However, Jason made a great point, an absolutely phenomenal point here, which is a lot of times you can get caught up in trying to rack up your score, collect as many pieces as possible, instead of focusing on the goal, winning, checkmate. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. You can collect as many pieces as you like, you can build as much muscle as you want, you can make as much money as there is in the world, but what is the strategy? What is the strategy behind that? And that is one of the many lessons that chess teaches, and most likely the most apparent one that we see here in this match. Life is gonna throw many things at you that catch you off guard. But you have a plan, you have a goal, you have a strategy for that goal. Again, you can certainly pivot along the way. Just don't abandon the plan. With that, I'd like to say,
Phenomenal game.
phenomenal match, sir. And I think it's time for push-ups.
Let's do it. But before that, I want to talk about one moment. I think one moment where I want to say, when you asked me if you thought I was losing or winning, there was one moment where I did think I am losing. And it was when I had my queen somewhere here, the strategy that I used coming out more aggressive with the queen. You managed to stop it, and I think that was the turning point in the match. And what's impressive is you stopped it with the pawns, because the way that you had the pawns set up, it limited my movement with my key piece. And by doing so, I couldn't move certain ways because it's a high risk strategy. If I start risking this piece more, then that just puts me in a further position to lose earlier on. So that, I think that initial moment right here when I was stuck here for a lot of moves.
I trapped you with the pawns. Yeah. Because of the strategy, because of the plan, because of the way that I set the board up for myself. And you know, before we get into the push-ups, Jason, I want to have this conversation with you. I want to have this discussion. I want to ask you, because this is the Top G challenge, and chess has so many analogies to life. You know, this match in particular, we talked about a few of the key takeaways, but every match is different. Every match played will bring to light certain lessons that chess teaches. We can't sit here and talk about all of them. We'd be sitting here all night, but I think we've done a great job at outlining the key lessons from this particular match and the particular situation that we found ourselves in here. Now I want to ask you, in your eyes, what does it mean to be a top G? What does top G mean to you?
That's a good question. I think everyone has their own perspective of what it means to be a top G. A few people find the term cliche or childish, whoever you may be speaking to. But I know you and I have our own idea of what something like that means. And I think it's a mindset, it's a lifestyle. It's at its core, I would say it is becoming the best version of yourself possible. That's what it really means. But what I think a lot of people don't realize is it's a climb in itself to get to the point where you even want to become the best version of yourself. Because the reality of it is, not everyone has that drive, that motivation to want to be the best version of themselves. Now, you and I have been on this climb, this journey for years now, so I think it's easy for us to kind of forget, like, that there perhaps was a time when our goals and ambitions weren't as big, or a time where we weren't all too curious of how good can I get. And I think another big part of that is realizing that the only person you're in competition with is yourself. That should be a driving factor, a driving force, kind of realizing how good can I get. And to me, that's exciting. And I think that's what truly makes a top G. You're not worried about what other people are doing or how much money other people have, how good looking another person is. You're legitimately just focused on maximizing your character and the person that you are. And pursuing that journey, I think, is what truly makes someone a top G.
That is a fantastic response, and I thank you for that. Just to share my insight here, one thing that you said, before I give my definition of top G, which has some similarities to yours, but also has some key differences, just to comment on the point that you made. You mentioned how not everybody has that drive in them to even want to achieve the best for themselves. You watching this, you might not feel like you're at that point where you can call yourself top G yet, but I'll tell you right now, you absolutely can. Just like you said, top G is a mentality. If you feel like you need to achieve certain things first, or you need to get to a certain place first, or you need to have this or have that, that's a mistake. Of course, you have to believe, you have to decide to adopt that mentality, which I think is what Jason is saying. Not everybody has made that decision for themselves yet to make that commitment to themselves that they are the top G. However, you can make that decision at any point in time. You don't need anything else other than what you have right now. You can look in the mirror. You can stop watching this video right now, get up, go look in the mirror, and say, I am the top G. You don't need anything. You don't need to achieve anything. It's a mentality, and it's a mentality that you can adopt right now. You don't need anything. That's the first step, is to have the mentality, not to have something else, not to have this car, not to have this girl, not to have anything. That's all material and material possessions and things outside of yourself. That has nothing to do with being top G. Being top G is a mentality, and it is the mentality that you are the best of the best, no matter what. No matter what you have or what you don't have, you are the best of the best. And it doesn't hurt you whatsoever to believe that, to start believing that right now. And I almost wish you'd ask me. At no point in time did I think I was going to lose. As unexpected as certain moves may have been, as much as I may have been unsure about what you might do next, at no point in time did I think I was going to lose. I sat here in this chair thinking I am the best chess player ever. Because why not? I'm here, I'm getting ready to play. Why would I not go into this with the mentality that I'm the best? As delusional as it might sound to you, you need to get comfortable with that. Get comfortable with calling yourself the best, especially in what you do. I'm not a chess player. I'm not a grandmaster. I'm just starting to get into it for fun, for the intellectual challenge, to do something fun with my boys. In whatever it is that you do, start adopting the mentality that you are the best and watch how you improve daily. Now it's time for push-ups. If we tally up the score before the results of the match, we each are due for 50 push-ups. However, because Jason lost the match, that adds an additional 200 push-ups to his scoreboard. With that being said, Jason, I would be honored to do all of the push-ups with you, and each of us do 250. And I'd like to make a point about that quickly. I think that goes along with the top G mentality. Jason is my gym bro. He's more than, forget gym bro. Jason's my brother. I love this guy. There's no way in the world I'm gonna let him do these push-ups by himself. First of all, I'm not gonna let him get a chest pump without me. 250 push-ups? There's no way I'm letting him get that type of pump alone. So that's first of all. Second of all, I think it's important for you watching this to understand that you need to be there, fight the fire with your brothers. You need to fight the fire with your brothers. If your brother's going through something, you need to be there and go through it with him. You can't let him do it alone. If this person's really your brother, then you guys will fight together. I'm not gonna let him do these push-ups by himself. We're both going to do these push-ups. We're both gonna suffer through these push-ups. And guess what? We're both gonna benefit through these push-ups together. Anything you'd like to add, Jason?
Yeah, so I want to make a point. The reality of it is, I do not want to do 250 push-ups. However, an agreement's an agreement. But by Evan joining me in doing the push-ups, it just completely shifts the entire dynamic and feeling associated that I have in regards to doing these push-ups. Him going through it and suffering with me, 250 push-ups is a lot. But knowing that I have my brother right there next to me doing it just changes everything. And I think that's applicable to a lot of different avenues of, you can say life. It's a lot better to go through it with other people, because let's be real, life is hard. We're going to stumble upon plenty of challenges. But it's a lot easier and better to tackle these challenges with other people. And this is a perfect example of that. Doing it solo, still would have done it regardless. But knowing that I have someone there with me doing it with me, just makes it all the better. If anything, we're going to probably enjoy this. And we get to look sick together after, and I'm sure y'all see the pump after. But without further ado, let's get to it, bro. We got 250.
Well said, brother. Well said, man. I know you would do them regardless, because if you didn't, I would sue you.
Yeah.
Breach of contract. Breach of contract, verbal agreement. We have it on camera. You know the trip. You know the deal. So, I believe it's time for push-ups.
Get this chest big as fuck with Qua. We need to thank Qua too, by the way, for.
Thank you, Qua. Thank you, Qua, for recording. Thank you, Qua, for making all this possible. And
now, please make us look sick as we do these push-ups.
It's almost halfway there. I want you to remember that. Almost halfway
Progress.
We just knocked out 100 push-ups. You know how long that would take the average soy boy?
The average soy boy. Yeah, really.
If you're watching this video and you're not doing push-ups with us, you are a soy boy.
It's actually very easy.
You don't have to do 250. but get on the ground and do some push-ups while you're watching this. You better, I'm watching. Come on, dude, I know you see this pump, bro. I know you want to pump like this. I know you want to chest like this. Get on the ground and do your push-ups. I'm about to knock out another 50. I'm feeling pumped. Let's go. Let's go. I'm at 150. Come on, Jason. Let's go. Come on. Knock him out. What are you at? 125. That's okay. Take it at your own pace. Take it at your own pace. You don't have to compare yourself to me. In fact, don't compare yourself to me.
Still headed to the same destination, 250. That's what matters.
Exactly. In push-ups and in life, you're gonna find that you're not able to keep up with everybody, especially if you're comparing yourself to people on social media where everybody's posting their highlights. Very easy to get discouraged when you see someone else's journey, you see what they have, you think about what you don't have. Don't do that. Go at your own pace. Trust your journey. It's okay. As long as you do the work.
I just gotta keep it at some time just so we have a perception of time.
40. I'm at 200. Let's go. You see how easy that was? You see how easy that was? That 50 was even easier than my first 50. Why? Because I'm fired up now. We always find a way to work. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Knock it out. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. You're the top G, man. You got that watch on your wrist. You got that chain on your neck. We took off the Versace ropes to do this. You at 170. He's at 170. Let's go. Let's go. And I hope y'all are counting. Matter of fact, you shouldn't have time to count because you should be doing push-ups too. But if you are counting, then you know that we're not capping.
So an actual count, we end up doing way more
I'm sure there's some hater out there who's sitting there counting when he could be bettering himself by doing push-ups. I'm sure one of you out there is counting every single rep, checking our form. That's fine, keep watching.
These are military push-ups, by the way.
It doesn't matter what they are. Keep watching.
Geeks.
Keep watching. Keep watching. Keep watching while we get pumped. Keep watching while we get better. I hope it does something for you. I'm the best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. That's 250. I'm the best. I'm the best of the best. Nobody's gonna beat me. You're not beating me. Nobody's beating me. Prove me wrong. I dare you.
221. Let's do it.
Your favorite YouTuber flexes in front of a camera for views. They don't work. They're not actually out there working. They're just flexing a whole bunch of nothing for views. And you're buying it. Find someone who's actually working like this. Please. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 13? Come on. What are you at? What are you at?
221 plus 13, 234.
He's at 234.
16 left.
He's got 16 left. Look, we're at failure. This is failure right now. Every rep is pushing beyond failure. Every rep is pushing the limit. Everything I do, I'm pushing limits. Mental limits, physical limits. If you're not striving to push your limits, then you're staying in the same place. The only possible way for you to grow is to break your limits, to reach failure, and then do whatever you can do beyond that. And I promise, you can do a lot more than you think you can. Just try. That's all you have to do. Just try. You don't have to do 250. Do 5. Do 1. If you're still watching this video and you haven't done a push-up yet, please stop watching because this is not my target audience. My target audience right now, they're on the ground, they've got their phone put up somewhere, and they're doing push-ups. If you're still watching, if you are doing push-ups, this is for you. Look at him, this is for you. Every rep is for you. This is real life here. Come on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 6 more. You have 6 more. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. 1, 2. Let's go. You have 4 more. 4 push-ups. 3 push-ups. 2 push-ups. You telling me you can't do 2? Come on. Get up. 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 Come on. Come on. 2 push-ups. 2 push-ups. 1. Come on. Let's go. You can do it. Let's go. Let's go. You got this. Everything you got. Look at the pump. Let's go. Get up. Let's go. Let's go. Get up. Let's go. Let's go. My man. My boy.
Damn, bro.
And finally, I want to say thank you so much for supporting me, for following me along my journey. I want to say thank you for all the support that you've shown me across all my platforms. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sticking with us. Shoot for the stars.